Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song "Shoplifters of the World Unite" by the Smiths. It's been a while since I've come back to the Smiths, but I figured it's probably time to do so. And, I kind of just picked a random song from the list of Smiths requests that I have so far. So, my hair's messed up. I've been wearing a hat all day. And, hair's looking pretty bad. Oh, well, camera's already on. Might as well just keep going. Pretty big fan of the Smiths at this point. Like their music, like what I've heard. And so I'm just kind of expecting a good song, and I hope I get that. So, like I said, this comes as a request. As always, if you would like to request something, leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to get to it. But here we go. Smiths, Shoplifters of the World Unite. Here we go.
Learn to love me, assemble the ways. Now, today, tomorrow, and always. My only weakness is a list of crime. My only weakness is, well, never mind, never mind. Shoplifters of the world, unite and take over. Shoplifters of the world, hand it over, hand it over, hand it over. Learn to love me and assemble the ways. Now, today, tomorrow, and always. My only weakness is a listed crime. But last night the plans for a future war was all I saw on Channel 4. Shoplifters of the world, unite and take over. Shoplifters of the world, hand it over, hand it over, hand it over. His hand on my shoulder, pushing it sober. Alabaster crashes down. 6 months is a long time. Try living the real world instead of a shell. But before I began, I was bored before I even began. Shoplifters of the world, unite and take over. Shoplifters of the world, unite and take over. Shoplifters of the world, unite and take over. Shoplifters of the world, take over.
I like that a lot, especially the guitar work. That was, Johnny Marr continues to impress me on guitar. He just, oh man, like from song to song, it's something a little different, and it just sounds so good. Like, this is such an easy and enjoyable song to listen to, and I think in no small part thanks to the guitar work. I'm working here, yo. Can you go somewhere else? Like, come on, right here on my lap. Come on. Yeah, right in front of the camera. Show everybody your booty hole. Come on. There we go. All right. Anyway. Liked it a lot. So let's break the song down like we always do, of course, starting with the lyrics. So let's see, a little bit of information here. The title alludes to the communist slogan, "Workers of the World Unite." What have the artists said about the song? Johnny Marr revealed to the Guitar magazine in 1997 that Nils Lofgren of Bruce Springsteen's E Street Band influenced the guitar work on this song. You can hear Nils Lofgren's influence on me in the solo on "Shoplifters of the World Unite." I love that solo, by the way. That's all done with false harmonics, which is a steel player's technique. You touch you touch the strings with a right hand finger on an octave higher than where you're fretting, and then pluck the string with your thumb. Cool. As most Smith songs, the lyrics are purposely open-ended, as Morrissey stated in an interview with Stuart Bailey for Record Mirror on February 14th, 1987. Well, I never really like to say, I never really like to pin it down. Do you understand that? I mean, there's someone in Huddersfield who might have a fascinating, fiery explanation, and then I go and shatter it by saying it's about greyhound racing. Their life collapses. But afterwards, he gave some leads on his original intent when writing the song. I could talk about nuclear weapons, but it gets quite tiresome, doesn't it? Everyone gets quite bored with it. I often wonder why shoplifting can be such a serious crime when making nuclear weapons isn't. That should really be a crime, I think, but it isn't. We live in a very twisted world with a very twisted morality. Interesting. I would have not, kind of thought of it that way. I mean, and to be fair to Morrissey, I think the open-endedness is kind of what gets me. I'm just like, I don't know what to think about this song, I don't know if there is a meaning, kind of as Morrissey says, or if it's just like, take whatever you want from it. But anyway, let's look at the lyrics and see what we have here. So verse 1, learn to love me, assemble the ways, now, today, tomorrow, and always. My only weakness is a listed crime. My only weakness is, well, never mind, oh. Shoplifters of the world, unite and take over. Shoplifters of the world, hand it over. I'm curious about this part, and I'm going to see if Genius has anything for me, but I was wondering, what is it that he means handed over? So, a direct quote from Morrissey from an interview with Sean Duggan in 1987 confirms the transparency of the course. It's more or less spiritual shoplifting, cultural shoplifting, taking things and using them for your own advantage. Okay, interesting. Learn to love me and assemble the ways, now, today, tomorrow, and always. My only weakness is a listed crime. I love that line, by the way. That's so cool. But last night, the plans for a future war was all I saw on Channel 4. So that kind of speaks to what he was saying. Where, nuclear bombs, building those isn't technically a crime. That's just, I guess, what a country does, oddly enough. Yet shoplifting, something as simple as, stealing some clothes or something, is considered a heinous crime, right? And so it's is our morality so twisted that shoplifting is considered you get thrown in jail for years, but building nuclear bombs is just part of war, and war is legal, I guess. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely I can definitely see that idea there. But again, I think it does an injustice to Morrissey to say that's definitely what the song is about, because as he says, he definitely likes to keep it open-ended for the listener. So shoplifters of the world, unite and take over. Shoplifters of the world, hand it over. A heartless hand on my shoulder, a push and it's over. Alabaster crashes down. 6 months is a long time. Tried living in the real world instead of a shell, but before I began, I was bored before I even began. So maybe as a shoplifter, I steal just for the thrill of it, for the fun. But 6 months in jail, I mean, not a fun thing. That's kind of what I got from that. For shoplifting. So shoplifters of the world, unite and take over. Shoplifters of the world, unite and take over. With Morrissey's kind of pseudo explanation there, I think I really do enjoy the lyrics a lot more, just kind of seeing his little comments on there, because I don't know if I would have really gleaned much from this song otherwise. So I don't know if I'm smart enough to be able to interpret the message for myself in this one. But I really liked it from a lyrical standpoint, and especially again with kind of Morrissey's explanation there, or I guess pseudo explanation, because he didn't give a whole lot. But lyrically, I give it 2 thumbs up. As far as the instrumentation goes, bass was good, drums were good, but that guitar really kind of sucked me in, especially there towards the middle, where you got that guitar solo. What was it? Niels Lofgren, I think he mentioned, was the influence on that guitar solo, and I loved it. I just thought it was very cool sounding, and to me, it was almost rare to get a guitar solo of that kind from the Smiths, a song from the Smiths. So I really liked it. I think it really upped the energy of the song for me. And then, of course, Morrissey's vocals. I think he did a fantastic job of just keeping me entertained. Just the way he sings it, I think, is just so cool. It's so effortless, it seems, so I really enjoyed it. Vocally, instrumentally, 2 big thumbs up there as well. And then as far as replay value goes, this one's really catchy, and with that guitar solo, I think this one's for sure going on the playlist. I can see it kind of getting in the rotation with some of my other Smith songs that I listen to, so 2 thumbs up there as well. I mean, overall, just a really enjoyable song, kind of short and sweet, to the point. But what you get out of it is it's sort of jam-packed with just good stuff. The song felt longer than 3 minutes, just because it was an enjoyable, I think, experience from start to finish. So, great song, great recommendation. I have a feeling this is maybe one of their more underrated ones, just because, I didn't really know much about the Smiths going in, starting this channel, I didn't really know much about the Smiths. But I did, I could recognize some of their bigger hits or whatever, or I could recognize the name of some of their bigger hits. I don't think I've ever seen this song mentioned, and even when it comes to just receiving requests on my channel, I don't think this was really a hugely mentioned song or requested song, but I think it was very enjoyable. So, yeah, 2 thumbs up across the board. Really enjoyed it. If you enjoyed the music as much as I did, definitely go support the artist. Go listen to their music wherever you can. One place you can find this song and plenty more Smith songs at this point is going to be in my Spotify playlist. It's in the description below and has every single song I've heard so far on my channel. Of course, if you want to support me, just, all the normal stuff you do on YouTube. Like and subscribe and comment. All right, so that's it for me. I don't know what I'm going to listen to next, but once I find out, you guys will certainly be the first to know. All right, bye for now.